tracking these objects.
But what do you think about what Trump is saying, though, that they already do know and that they have tracked it, but the government just does not want to tell us?
So what's that leave us then?
Well, that leaves us either an enemy or us, right? So it either leaves us they're not concerned because this is something that they're doing with us. What if they're trying to get us comfortable because they know that some real UAPs are on the way? Like, you want to go all the way out there. If you really wanted to get people relaxed to the idea of flying saucers, like legitimate, whatever the hell they are, or wherever the hell they're from, if you knew that was coming and you didn't want mass panic, what would you do? You would trickle it in. You would trickle it in slowly. You'd have a bunch of drones hovering over cities for weeks and months at a time. You would get people really accustomed to the news cycle having UAPs in it. And then real ones show up.
It doesn't feel like a trickle right now, though.
Well, you would do it this way. It's a trickle for me. I'm not seeing shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm out here in Texas. We were at the sky, we were looking at the sky last night. We went to the mothership Christmas party. No UFOs. So it's a trickle in relatively to the world, right? Like you have a bunch of them hovering over New Jersey. You have a few of them in San Diego. You have them in different areas. If you knew that UAPs were coming and you were in the government and you said, what can we do? Well, you'd probably bring in psychologists, and these psychologists would explain human patterns of reacting to change in environments, especially radical changes in civilization and culture, and like what can be done to mitigate the brutality of this process. Like the ultimate mass freak out that's going to come if UFOs come. Get people just so accustomed to UFO, like the mask thing, right? Sounds like a ridiculous comparison, but like 5 years ago, if people were walking around wearing masks, you would go, what is going on? What's happening here? It would make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
If someone walked into a bank with a mask on, you're like, what the fuck? Are you crazy? Now you have to do it. It's this very strange. So it took a while, but then it became normal.
Yeah.
If they wanted to make it normal that things are in the sky, you put things in the sky. You put a bunch of things in the sky and you don't explain it, and you have them there all the time. And you let people speculate, and you put a lot of wild theories of maybe they're looking for a nuke. Oh, they're looking for a nuke. Bobby heard they're looking for a nuke. Timmy got an email.
Don't worry, it's just aliens, not a nuke.
Well, it's probably not even. It's probably our shit. Or you know, some unknown agency is involved in this. The government's not concerned because they know exactly what's happening. That's why there's not shooting them down. That's why they're not scrambling jets. That's why they're not doing all these things that Trump's asking why they're doing this thing. If you knew something was coming, if you knew that these things that you're seeing floating in the sky that are a clear circle with a black square inside of it and they can hover at 120 knots completely still, which doesn't even make any sense, no heat signature, what is it? What the fuck is that? And what if a bunch of them are coming? Well, put a bunch of shit in the sky. Freak these dummies out. That's what I would do. I would get all of our best drones and just fly them around. Hover over cities. Hover over LaGuardia. Hover over the White House. Who gives a fuck? Just get people weirded out and get them accustomed to UFOs. You ever see District 9?
Yeah.
Ever see that movie? Great movie, right?
Yeah.
Really fucking fun movie. But it's kind of what would happen if aliens were here and there's like alien camps and we had them. We would just get used to it after a while.
Yeah.
We get used to shit. The way we live is so entirely alien to people that lived just 200 years ago that if you brought someone from the pioneer days and you put them in a Tesla and then you drove them to the movie theater and then you took them to a concert, they'd be like, what the fuck is going on? And then you showed them your phone. You're like, I'm going to FaceTime my mom. Look at that. That's my mom. What's up, Mom? You know, you're like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But we're accustomed to it.
Yep.
We're so accustomed to it that people tell you to get off your phone. Hey, get off your phone. You're always on your phone. Live your life. Get off your phone. You're so connected to this bizarre new world that we live in. But it's accustomed. We're accustomed to it. It's normal. It's completely normalized. If I wanted to normalize the idea of us being invaded, I just fucking put stuff in the sky all the time. Fly around with experimental aircrafts. Do like a low trajectory over a city in some new stealth bomber. Freak these fucking people out. Get them used to being freaked out. And then when the real ones come, it's much less of a blow.
Well, some politicians, just as soon as yesterday, Chuck Schumer, Robert Garcia in the House, they've started to kind of use the whole drone and or UAP in their messaging.